Let me get this live thing here going. Let me get this up. So, all right, let me see here. Cause you don't get all message. I want to be visible. 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's been a long time walking the dogs in the rain. Ain't that something? Crazy. Yo, yo, yo. I feel like my man for UPTV. Yo, yo, yo. This battle. Now let me tell you this. I was talking to my daughter. I said to her, I said, listen, I said, I actually don't want Drake to lose. I don't want Drake to lose. And I said, when I talk to people, I tell them, I said, I don't have one Drake album. I don't have one Drake album. I only have KDot. I only have KDot's music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not for Drake's music. But I still think he's a phenomenal rapper, MC. You can't not like Drake, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you like Little Brother and you like Fonte Coleman, then you like Drake. Because Drake is a replica of Fonte Coleman. Everybody knows it. Now they're bringing it back up. And that's one thing I like about this is because now people get to know a little more about Little Brother and where Drake's style really comes from. That singing and that rapping and things of that nature. But at the same time, I still say it. Everybody's going to be, I'm sorry. Euphoria was not it for me. I did not like it. I did not like it. There was some punches, there was some jabs, but I didn't like the flow, didn't like the music. But these two that he just released, and him being on top of him like that, I'm like, yo, yo, yo. Kendrick is killing my man. Killing him. KDot's killing him, yo. Especially everybody's like, yeah, it was so funny. I was up when Drake's disc came out, and everybody's like, yeah, this is the one. This is the best one out of all of them. This is the best one out of all of them. And I was like, nah, and, it's got some little lines in it. It's okay, but it's a good response. He did an okay comeback, but that 616 in LA, yeah, that was on my speed. I was like, the beats, what I like, everything, it was cool. Everything he had to say, very, very catchy. It's kind of like the guy stepping around the Cadillac to say, oh, you want it with me? Oh, here it is. Here it is right here. Then he did this. He went and he dropped today, an hour behind Drake. An hour behind Drake. He dropped, and next thing you know, it was a struggle. It was a struggle after that. I'm like, whoa, my man assassinated his character in 3 ways. It's cerebral. I love what Ross just said. He said, I want to tell everybody. He said, if Andre 3000 was to ever battle, he said, this is the closest you would have ever gotten to Andre 3000 battling somebody. And I said, yo, Rose was on point with that. He was on point with that. Now, don't get me wrong. This is the craziest thing. I don't want Drake to lose. But I don't want KDot to lose either. I'm going to say this one more time. I don't own none of Drake's music. Not one. But I own KDot's music. That's why I didn't like the Euphoria joint. I did not. And it's not that I didn't like the flow. I like, he said, I'm on whooping feet. He said, pushing me, push your T. I'm like, yo, I just didn't like the flow. But when he came back, see, I wanted that BET Cypher flow. That black hippie flow. I mean, Eminem said he didn't want to battle KDot. Eminem. People are putting it out there that Eminem wouldn't want to battle KDot. Crazy. Oh, I got to keep this dog. He like to try to race after trucks, my Rottweiler. So, yo, it's wild, man. It's wild. Yo, I got 14 people up in here. What y'all think about this battle, yo? What y'all think about the battle? Oh, we got 18 people up in here. Yo, KDot, the imagery, the conversation, the sitting down, it was so methodical. You know what I mean? And I do think Homeboy has some holes in his camp, but he's always had holes in his camp. And I'm going to tell you why. I said, because look at all the people he was supposed to sign that was supposed to be down with OVO. Look at all the people that were supposed to be down with OVO. And then all them people coming back at him. Ah, man. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to process. I've sat down, listened to the lyrics, processed it. I got to go back and listen to Euphoria because I haven't really processed everything. This is a different type of battle here because I was telling somebody, they were like, this is more for the young people. And I'm like, you're right. I said, because I didn't have to sit down and decipher lyrics as much as you have to do to figure out what are the holes here and what someone's trying to say and how this ties to a movie. Like in other battles, when Nas hit, it just hit, and I listened to it a lot and it hit. This is the scenario I gave my boys. I said, when when Hit 'Em Up came out, this is what happened. I was in college, right? I was walking up. I'm a huge Biggie fan, huge Biggie. I like Pac. He's okay, but I'm a huge Biggie fan, right? So we're walking, we're trying to register for classes. I'm walking up and my boy comes around the corner. I see him. He said, yo, I got something for you. And he was like, you not going like this. I didn't like Euphoria either, man. I didn't. But them last two joints, that's what I'm talking about. I knew that this is what Kendrick had in him. I knew this is what he had. But I walked up. I walked up to my boy. He walked up to me. He put the headphones on my ears. And then I heard, he said, F you fat boy, and so and so and so and so. I was like, what? And that's why I F yo. I was like, woo, take money. Next thing you know, get out the way, yo, get out the way, yo. And you went crazy when you heard that song. My heart crushed when I heard that song. It crushed. And it didn't take 2 to 3 listens to know what was going on and what was about to happen. When you hear Jay and Nas, it didn't take 10 listens for me to figure everything out. It was right there in your face. And I'll be honest, when I listen to Andre 3000, I'm very intelligent. It don't take me 6,000 listens to figure out what's going on. But I gotta give it to KDot. Very cerebral. I don't know how this dude's gonna bounce back. But I gotta tell you this. He said it was fire. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna listen to it again. Like after I get off here, I'm gonna listen to it one more time because I want to see. But I wasn't feeling it. I didn't like the beat. I didn't like the beat changes. I didn't like the flows. I was like, yo, this just ain't hitting. This ain't no comeback. You know what I mean? And then, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't like the Drake's when he used Pac and Snoop either. I didn't like that either. I thought that was whack. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like it wasn't lyrical. I'm like, he didn't hit Pac with the right flows. And somebody said it. There's like, what happened to the enemies, penitentiaries? I was like, if he had did that, Pac shouldn't sound like Drake. Pac should sound like Pac. He said, I love you, Floria. Meet the Grams was a masterclass. Yes, it was. It says it's the pic. You could visually see this thing. And you could see it crumbling. You could see it crumbling in the background. You could see him like talking to people like, how did he get this information? What's going on? You could see it crumbling in the background and was so calculated. He was waiting for Drake to drop. Because as soon as he dropped, everybody was like, yo, he dropped. He said, let's give him an hour. He said, let's give him an hour. And then boom. He says, listening to what he's saying though, bro, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen to it. Say, but I mean, I knew KDot's skill. You can't go back and listen to that BET cipher. You cannot listen to that BET cipher and know that this dude ain't a problem. You know he's a problem. But this is what people don't realize about Drake. Drake can rap his tail off. If he would stop playing the sing-song game and just come with a freaking real diss, everything gotta have a sing-song because he's trying to do another back-to-back. But that was the slick line in 616 when he said, when Kendrick said, he said something about back-to-back. He said, I like that, back-to-back. And I was like, oh, It was the setup. Nobody really saw that he was really gonna come back to back. Yeah, no one saw that he was gonna come back to back. But there's two angles he could come from. There's two angles, and if he used those two angles, it's gonna stir something up. I don't want to say what he can use, but it's two angles that Drake could come at and still come back. If he really thinks there's two angles, it's something that the public wanted. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's something that the public wanted. He said that's his problem. Dude doing all this pop. That's what I'm saying. Yo. I don't think Drake. If Here's the thing. If I have to call Drake whack, then I have to call Little Brother whack. And I have to call Fonte Coleman whack. Fonte Coleman is far from whack. Fonte Coleman, he's a Kendrick is in the line with the culture. That's what's important. So, because Fonte Coleman that's a beast of an MC. Go back and listen to Little Brother. Listen to some of the lyrics and the songs and stuff like that. But do I like his content? No. I don't like his content, and I feel like it appeals to a generation of and individuals that I can't relate with. He said the whole timeline of the drops is throwing me off. Euphoria song structure is just like Family Matters. And Kendrick mentioned the Chinese restaurant in Euphoria and Drake's at the restaurant in FM. You know, he was trying to do his little jab, his little get back. But Kendrick ain't even give that time to live. He ain't even give it time to live. He said, I know who's little brother. I'm taking it. Yeah, the way he moves, you're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did Kendrick know they were shooting a video there? Did Drake match Kendrick? I don't. This is what I think. I think that I think all this is at the speed of the moment. Homeboy has money to do things fast, so I think they hurried up, got there, and tried to do that and put them. I think that's what's taking the disc record so long. What we think is so long was taking the disc record, and these ain't. So let me say this first: old heads are getting mad because what would happen is you would diss us, and then we would go to the radio station and do this 3-hour freestyle. So we like, oh, it ain't coming fast enough. It ain't doing this, Or they would go record a record and immediately send it to a DJ, kind of like they're doing act. So it's similar in that theory. So I perceive that they thought this was going to be the big comeback because, like, yeah, we at the spot now. But I do think there's a mole inside of his camp. All these people know each other, man. They all know each other. They all know each other, yo. They all know each other. I normally don't do this. I know I try to keep it about music education and stuff like that, but this is the culture of hip hop. This is the two giants going at each other. We had it all the time. We had it all the time. And I don't care what nobody say. No Vaseline. If it ain't number one, it's number two. And people discount. I'm going to tell you what this feels like. This feels like when Kumo D, now I'm really dating myself. When Kumo D came at LL and did Let's Go. This feels like when Jay smacked around Nas and Mobb Deep for a while. And then Nas came back and said, uh-oh, boom. So you hit me at the wrong time. You know what I mean? But all in all, I got to say, I love it. I don't want their careers to be destroyed. But I got to say, J. Cole knew what was getting ready to happen. And this is why he backed out of everything. He said the real skill is making ish plain and it's dope. Yeah, definitely. He said, I think it's over, but I feel like Kendrick, no, it's not done. I'm sorry, he can't quit. Drake can't quit. He can't do that stuff that he did before with Pusha T. He has to go all in. He has to keep fighting. He better find a way to make a jingling baby or something like that. Some song that everybody's gonna love where he's sneak dissing in the song and coming back on top where everybody's dancing and stuff like that. Even, did you hear like when Joe Buttons was talking about how they were in the club, like Parks was in the club, and it was ringing off and people were dancing to Euphoria. I was like, they dancing to this? Euphoria? I'm like, hey. But it's all right. You know what I mean? Well, I just got to say right now, I think Kendrick is up. He's up. 2-1. He's up. 2-1. So we just have to see what's going to happen next. This is like when watching a UFC fight or some MMA, a good boxing match, some wrestling. It's definitely been some wrestling. It's definitely been some WWF. But yeah, man. Yeah, y'all, everybody. In terms of you're a musician on here, let's link up, let's connect. I done started my BeatStars page. If you got stuff going on, I'll promote it and whatnot. Uh, he's definitely up. You're right. So, I don't want to do all that promising and telling you what I got coming up, what I got going on. So it's like summer stuff, summertime. So we're trying to ramp up and get things together. But yo, it was great talking to everybody. KDot delivery on him was oh my goodness, that delivery, that flow, that methodical, break you down, that psychoanalytical, that it was like, it was a class. It was a class. It was a class in breaking someone's down, analyzing their character, and having conversations with people like an intervention. It was like an intervention, a straight up intervention. I mean, he really gave it to him. I'm like, yo, and I don't know how he think he's gonna come back from that. I don't know what he think he's gonna do to come back from that. Now, that's like I said, I got two angles. I would use if it was me. Two angles I would use. But I ain't in no camps and I ain't picking no sides. But I'm gonna say Kendrick is up. No. Kendrick is all the way up. All right, everybody. It was good rapping to everybody. Hey, y'all have a good one. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. And y'all be blessed. All right, y'all. Peace.